Guan and Leo are finally in the daily special offer. I want to give you a review on this video. Should you work on Guan and Leo, or should you save your sculptures for some of the newish commanders? Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. This is your boy Legend Ronnie, and today I'm gonna talk about Guan and Leo. As you see, it says coming soon in the daily special offer. This is not from the test server, this is from our live server. As you see, this is from my main account. So going back into the daily special offer, as I have mentioned in some of the previous video, and I'll post a card on the top about a shocking video where almost all the commanders were in the daily special offer, but that was on a test server. So now finally it is confirmed how we will get all these commanders in the daily special offer. It will come gradually into the game. So we had Attila and Takeda, now they introduced Guan and Leo, which means that Artemisia and Ramses will be next. After that we'll probably have YSS and Theo, and later on more and more will be introduced. So in the future, in the next couple of months, everything that I have showed you in the video that I post a card on the top, you will be able to see on the daily special offer, but it will take time. So what I thought when I've done that video from that test server, I thought that all the commanders will be introduced in the same time. Like, they realized how well it went with the Attila and Takeda, so they decided to just put all of them in there. But no, they are gradually introducing them into the daily special offer. Now regarding the daily special offer, I find it to be one of the cheapest way if you're spending money in Rise of Kingdoms to max skill commanders. Because rather you're lucky or you're unlucky, you get a sculpture guarantee every time you purchase the 3 chests. So if you're getting the bundle of all 3 chests every single time, you get a guarantee sculpture. Now you've probably seen lucky screenshots like 14, like 10, who knows what other numbers. I would say that an average, you should make it between 3 to 5 sculptures, an average. So if you put it like a monthly average or 2-3 months average, that's how much you get, about 3 to 5 sculptures, which means that to max a commander from zero, from the daily special offer, it might probably take you between 4 to 6 months, give or take, on your luck. Guan Yu in Rise of Kingdoms is still a very exceptional commander. If you haven't max skill Guan Yu and you're spending money into the game, then I would highly recommend to go for the daily special offer for Guan Yu and max skill him. It is a well-known commander that a lot of players are going like 5-1-5-5 Guan Yu, because his second skill, it is the conquering skill, so it doesn't really help you on the field. On top of that, his expertise is nothing that crazy that you should spend another 310 sculptures. I like his expertise because of the march speed. It really helps you out, especially when you want to run away. You go in a tile and then you go in a city, or you go in a city and then you move from city to city. It moves really fast. I really like that. And on top of that, now there is a lot of shields on the field, so getting that 15% skill damage, it might just happen more often than you think. So me personally, I think it's really worth it to expertise him. But a lot of players, especially free-to-play low spenders, they decided to go like a 5-1-5-5 Guan Yu using the skill resets and keep hoping to max his 4th and 5th before maxing or putting points on his 2nd, and many managed to do that, or some people managed to go like 5-2-4-5, which is also quite alright if you have a Guan Yu like that. But now you have the possibility to expertise him, and I would definitely go for that. If you're coming into the season of conquest, Guan Yu is still one of those commanders that I would recommend to invest on because of Prime Scipio Africanus. Guan Yu and Prime Scipio Africanus, it is an exceptional march to have on the field. Really good march to have. A lot of options, buffing and debuffing with these 2 commanders, including damage-wise, mobility, everything you need. It's like a complete march, having a max skill Guan Yu and a max skill Scipio Africanus all together on the field. However, when we go on to Leonidas, for a very long time Leonidas was highly worth it to do him as a 5-5-1-1, because the commanders on the field were not as crazy as they are now. And Leonidas was offering quite a lot of defensive options, especially if you're doing like a Guan and Leonidas. But now that we have Scipio Africanus and we have much better commanders on the field, to be honest, Leonidas has no utility whatsoever on the field. If you're planning to go for the Leonidas, I think you're doing a big mistake, unless you are a big whale, and you want to expertise Leonidas for the possibility of when you're going in heroic Anthem, some of the bastions might be from Leonidas, and you want to make sure that if it's the Son of the Lion or if it's the 300 Spartans in the bastions, you'll have this commander expertise, and if you need to put that skill either for rally or garrison, you will have it. So for only that purpose, I would probably expertise Leonidas, but for field fighting wise, I would not invest in Leonidas. If you have Leonidas, you can probably still use him. I still see people going out with Leo, maybe Leo and Harald, Leo and someone else. So if you have him, definitely try to make some utilities of him. It is an expertise legendary. But if you don't have him, or if you have him 5-5-1-1, I would suggest not investing in him. Either work for Guan, or maybe even work for Attila. If you don't have Attila expertise, instead of going for Leo. Right now, Attila still has a lot of utilities in the game. Nevsky is just rejuvenating him. So definitely, I would prioritize, even as an infantry player, Attila over Leonidas. That is just my opinion from what I am seeing on the field overall. But a lot of players who are maxing tech and a lot of players who are having really good equipment, of course they get really good results with Leo and might just have a different opinion. But for a very long time I used the 5-5-1-1 Leo or a 5-5-2-2 Leo. I have it on another account, and I can tell you that I wasn't very happy, but I was doing more infantry marches on the field and I had to use Leonidas for that purpose, and the results were not as great as I wanted to. So I was doing Guan and Leo. I would say that an expertise Leo might be different, but even with his expertise, he needs to be at 10% units remaining, which is kind of a bummer. This is more like a Canyon type of buff, to be honest. Anyways, when he's having this skill at max, this can stack up 4 times, which is 40% damage bonus if he ever managed to stack it up. But if he does, that's 40% damage bonus, which is a pretty good deal. And in some situation, when this is stacked up, of course your march will do really, really good. Because 40% all damage, then it's skill damage, it's normal attack, it's counter attack, and that's huge even for a field march perspective. But overall, especially now, if Guan and Leo is being hit by archers, even that we don't yet have Boudica, when I'm doing this video, we don't have Boudica and Henry released into the game. They're not available to summon them yet. It's going to be tonight at the reset. They would still get crushed by archers. Or at least that's what I have noticed. And the downfall is that Leo doesn't have any march speed. So Leo not having any march speed, even when you want to retreat, he's very slow. So he's very easy to be catch up and swarm down when you're trying to retreat. And I think a lot of people agree with me that Leo needs to be benched, and that's it about him. What I want to see more in the daily special offer, I want them to introduce more commanders and more options. The way they are doing it now, I don't think is the right way, considering that every 2 months we get new commanders, which are way more powerful than the old commanders. I would want to have more options. Like if people want to work on Artemisia, maybe people want to work on a monitor for a garrison, Zenobia, right, Harald. People should have these options. Because all these newish commanders that they are introducing now, they are way more powerful than the old commanders. And we should have all, the, let's say, tier 1 to 5, right? Generation 1 to 5 of legendaries. They should all be in the daily special offer, exactly like it was on the video that I posted card on the top. I think that would be the most fair thing. So if someone wants to max Nebuchadnezzar from the daily special offer, or at least unlocking from the daily special offer, he should have that option. Or if someone wants to unlock someone else from the daily special offer, maybe Honda. He should have that option, because Honda is still a Generation 5, or Jadwiga for that matter, or whoever other else is from the Generation 1 to 5. It's like it was on that video. That's how I would see it to be the best way for the daily special offer, something that they could do regarding it. But I'm happy that they are at least introducing some of these commanders finally. It's just that it feels like they know something which we don't. Like, these commanders are slowly starting to become not very useful, and they want to give you the last option to try to max them, expertise them, to like use them for a little bit more. This is kind of the feeling that they're giving me. However, I would see Attila being used for a very long time. Now that with Nevsky it works really great, so I don't think that's a bad investment. And I also don't see Guan to be removed anytime soon from the field, now that he works really great with Scipio Africanus, the prime Scipio Africanus. When it comes to the talent or equipment, what I do for my Guan Yu, I sometimes put a horn and a ring. Right now I have the horn and the book, so it all depends on what you have available. For example, on Attila I keep the greatest glory and a ring, so it's all varies. A horn is also good for Attila because he has attack tree, he's not generating skills so fast, but I don't mind that on Attila now. I keep the greatest glory. The results and the reports are pretty good, so I'm happy with the greatest glory on Attila. I also have Nevsky second to him, so that's a lot of stats that also Nevsky brings on the table, so it's quite alright. But when I city jump, I put my equipment from XY, and however I still keep the greatest glory on Attila. On Guan Yu, I'm very happy with the results. I've done more videos regarding this with the Gatekeeper Shield and the Karak Humility. When it comes to his talents, this is how I go with my Guan Yu talent. If you don't want to go with the Feral Nature, there's really not much you can get other than March Speed. If you want to drop the Feral Nature, you're not happy about the Feral Nature, you don't think it's really useful, then you can go for more March Speed, or maybe try to reduce the March Speed of the target, which is not a bad thing, by the way, because this is considered a passive. So if it's a passive, it's gonna stack with some other actives, so you can potentially reduce the March Speed of a target drastically. However, there's quite a lot of points that you need to do. It is pretty much the 10 points that you have over here. So if I would have to drop Feral Nature, I would rather go for March Speed, like full March Speed on this side. I like the Feral Nature because whenever the chance goes in, it just procs skill faster. So that's what I want, because Guan Yu also silences. Then I keep Scipio as a second in command, which does AoE as well, alongside Guan Yu. And with the AoE, it reduces the health of the targets. So I would prefer to have a faster skill rotation from Guan and Scipio. And believe me when I say this, but outside the Alliance territory, Scipio is pretty fast. So I don't really need more March Speed on Guan and Scipio. You have the extra 10% when you're outside the Alliance territory. And this is the primary, which I was talking about, reducing the enemy health. However, not much using this KVK from my Scipio, which is 1.3 million kills. And if I go on my Nevsky, which I obviously used him a lot more, 6.1 million, because there wasn't much field fighting that I was able to do. 5 marches. I only used these 2 commanders in this KVK, and I mostly played a lot with 1 march, which is Attila and Nevsky. And that's why I said about Attila, if you're very active in KVK, Attila and Nevsky can be a very nice march to also trade as good as possible or as positive as possible and get kills when you're being overwhelmed. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about the daily special offer. Is it a good thing? Should they introduce all the commanders in the daily special offer? I want to hear your thoughts. Until next time, this is your boy Geroni signing off. Peace out, y'all, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.